Hi, and welcome back to another Monday with Megan and Dr. Todd. Today we're going to talk about hormones. So Dr. Todd, I've actually got a couple questions for you. What are hormones, and what role do they play in our bodies and our daily lives?
Right. So, well, just about anyone who's married knows what hormones are.
But, I know those parts.
But to sort of simplify what a hormone is, it's a substance released by a tissue to have another effect on another tissue. So they stir cells into action. So hormones play a tremendous role in our health and in our day-to-day experience. They help us to wake up in the morning. They help us to go to sleep at night. They help us get food into our cells, insulin. They help us regulate our body fat. They help us regulate our metabolism and our energy. They help us regulate our neurotransmitters. They influence literally every function in our bodies.
Wow. So what are there signs and symptoms that you can give us examples of? How do we know if there's a hormonal imbalance in our body?
Yes, well, once a month typically. No, I'm just kidding. So I don't know if we want to call that a hormonal imbalance, and because most of our audience is female, I better tread lightly here. Okay, so
use caution.
Use caution. How do we know if we have a real imbalance? Obviously, right. Once a month, a female's hormones change. Very, very powerful, very critical for reproduction. But how do we know if we have a day-to-day problem with our hormones? There's a bunch of different signs of that. One is sleep. Our hormones regulate our sleep, so you can if you have sleep imbalances, like especially waking up in the middle of the night between 2 or 3 a.m., especially if your brain is wide awake, you may have a cortisol imbalance. If you can't get to sleep at night, that may be a problem. If you wake up, you have to sleep very, very late into the mornings, that might be a hormonal imbalance. Other signs of hormonal imbalances are weight gain, energy changes, especially great decreases in energy that have just been going on consistently over time. You may have a thyroid imbalance. So there are a lot of different signs of that, but weight gain, energy loss, sleep changes, especially consistent ones over time, those are probably your biggest signals that you may have a hormonal imbalance.
Great. So you're actually giving a talk on this tomorrow, is that correct?
Yes, tomorrow
awesome.
night next door at From the Hearth.
Perfect.
And we're going to be talking about how you may know if you have a hormonal imbalance, but more importantly, what are natural ways to balance them? And I'm not talking about taking natural hormones, which may be necessary in some places, but our body's really designed to regulate its own hormones. What happens when our nutrition is solid, when our neurological health is solid, is that our body produces and balances its own hormones naturally. We just forgot about that because we see so much of it around us. We see so many problems with hormones that we think everyone has to deal with this. But the truth is, there are natural, very simple solutions that you can do that we're going to talk about tomorrow night that help to balance out the hormones. And we have just a couple, I think there's literally like 2 spots still available. Yeah. So all of you listening to this talk may not be able to get on it, but try to register as soon as possible. And the other thing is we have last minute cancellations. So yep. if our list is full, no problem, just get on the list.
Awesome. And we do have that link in our Instagram bio, so you can just click into there and actually register for it there, or feel free to call the office. And our number is 530-243-0889.
Awesome. Have an amazing day, and don't go too hormonal on us.